and the lessons that you've learned. Think back to where you consider your day one, and you think about all the shit that you've had to eat. You think about all the stuff that you've gone through. Aren't you proud of that person at the very least, even if you're not where you want to be right now? Hey, what is up? What is going on? How is everybody doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to the Risen Fallen Podcast. I am your host, Mark Hendrickson, and if you are brand new to this show, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and how to get your life moving in the right direction. If you're not feeling good about where you are right now, at least having the confidence knowing that every single day you are getting at least one step closer to where you'd like to be, the life you'd like to lead, the person you'd like to be, and along the way lifting other people up as well, trying to help out others and help them get to those same destinations. And if you're not new to this show, then what you can expect is me thanking you, saying thank you for coming back, supporting this show, supporting the journey, and supporting the idea of everything that we just discussed. And so whether you're new to this show or not, I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming back and supporting the journey, and that you are the reason that I do what I do. And so now that we are getting that out of the way, I hope that you guys are doing well. Happy Monday morning if you listen to the audio version of this when it drops on the podcast, and happy Monday evening if you're watching the video version of this either on Rumble or on YouTube. And I hope that your Monday is going well. Regardless of what time it is. I hope your day is going well regardless of what day you listen to this at. And let's just jump right into it. I wanted to record a little episode here today just to give you guys a little perspective on something that I've been thinking about today, this morning, kind of throughout this day. And now that I'm just finished cardio, I thought about it a little bit more. And it's just been something that's on my mind all day. You know, I talk a lot about reflection. I talk a lot about kind of looking back at your past, looking back at your life. I talk a lot about goal setting. I talk a lot about, looking into your future and thinking about where you'd like to be and how you'd like to live and all the things, the beautiful things that I just discussed in the intro. But this is a topic that I kind of wanted to chat about because it's something that I struggle with. It's something that I'm not the best at, but it's something that I'm trying to practice, and it's something I was trying to practice today while I was journaling. And I wanted to discuss it with you guys, and like I said, an open and authentic way, and see what you guys think and what kind of things, if you guys struggle with the same problems, if you struggle with similar things, if you have helped someone overcome this kind of thing in the past. But I wanted to talk about it because I feel like it, it's like I said, it's something I suck at. And so I like trying to be as transparent as I possibly can with you guys. And I like hearing your opinions. So let me know what you guys think of this as well. But being friends with your past self and appreciating some of the things that you've done in the past, it can be so difficult. And I know that for myself, when I reflect back on the past, whether it's reading old journals or thinking back to different times where I struggled with different, problems or adversities in my life, I find it more often than not, I'm looking back at myself thinking, what a fucking idiot. I can't believe I did this thing. I can't believe I didn't do that thing. I can't believe I didn't have my future self in mind. And, I wish I started earlier. I wish I started doing this or that, or, it's so easy to beat up on yourself in the past. It's so easy to put yourself down and think about all the ways that you fucked up and failed. And I even think that it's important to do all of that sometimes, to review where you've made mistakes, review where you fucked up in the past. Because I think that that's an important indicator of where you need to improve. But I also think it's important to look back at the past and think about the ways that you're proud of yourself. To look back at yourself in the past, and for myself, I look back at the younger version of myself, thinking about the place that he was in when he first started his journey. And it's weird to say he because it's me. So thinking about the place that I was in when I first started my journey. I was overweight. I was depressed. I was anxious. I was selfish. I was belittling to others in order to try and feel better about myself. I felt like a fraud, and I felt like I was meant to do more than I was doing. And I think back to a lot of the mistakes I've made, some of the decisions, some of the behaviors, the people I surrounded myself with. And I think about how much resistance I must have felt when I first started wanting to improve myself. I think about, the resistance of having people talk you down, having people tell you that, you don't need to make a change in your life. You're doing all right. You need to just be grateful for what you have and don't strive for more. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't try and take on more than you can handle. You've got that type of resistance. The people around you not supporting you. You've got your own internal talk saying, you probably can't do this. Why even bother? Or you're being too egotistical, thinking that you can be better than you are now, or better than the people around you, or more successful than you've been in the past, or more successful than the people around you. This is all your ego trying to push you. You need to just be more grateful. You have your own internal dialogue as a critic. You have people outside of you as a critic. And you've got a track record of failure. You've got a track record of being depressed, being anxious, being not good enough. And yet, with all of those things stacked against you, you still tried. You still made an effort, and you've made progress in a lot of different ways in your life. And this is the dialogue that I had with myself today. And it's like, you take someone that is depressed, anxious, overweight, socially fucking manipulative, selfish. You take somebody that has all of that shit on their plate, thinking about how terrible their life must be. And on one day they woke up and they thought, I'm overweight, but I could not be. I'm anxious, but I could improve on that. I'm stressed out and I'm depressed, but I could improve on that. I'm suicidal, but there's a will, just a small will to live. I'm fucked up and I want to get better. And to be that person, to be able to admit that, you have those issues going on in your life and that you want to get better, and then that you're willing to try and fail in front of other people to even attempt to get better publicly or in front of, at least a small audience, probably your friends and your family members, to go out and say, I want to get better. I'm not happy with where I'm at. Be proud of that motherfucker. Be proud of that person that, has come as far as you've come so far on the goals that you've tried to achieve, or you're going to achieve, you're on the way to achieve. Be proud of all the obstacles you've overcome already and the lessons that you've learned. Think back to where you consider your day one. And you think about all the shit that you've had to eat. You think about all the stuff that you've gone through. Aren't you proud of that person at the very least, even if you're not where you want to be right now? Aren't you proud of that past version of yourself for even starting, for even looking at these challenges and thinking, I can fucking do that? Maybe you haven't lost 50 pounds and you've lost 15. And your goal is to lose 50 pounds and you've lost 15. Maybe you could look at the situation and say, I still have 35 pounds to go. I still have 70% of my goal left. Or you can think, 6 months ago or 5 months ago or 3 months ago, I started this journey. I didn't think that I'd be able to even do it. And in blind faith, I started working towards it and I got 15 pounds down. I'm 30% there. Aren't you proud of that fucking person for starting? Think back to what you're working on right now. And think back to the time when you thought that wasn't even possible to even get progress on, let alone complete. And I'm sure that you can look back at yourself right now and understand that you have made progress. And to look back at yourself when you first started off on that journey and think, nobody believed in me. I didn't believe in me. I didn't think it was possible. Nobody thought it was possible. I had these challenges that were preventing me from even starting, and yet somehow I'm making progress at this thing. And it's immaculate. It's crazy to think that, you know, in your past, you couldn't even fathom being where you are right now in terms of progress towards your goals. In fact, you probably couldn't have even fathomed the idea of your life improving in general. And so I just wanted to make this episode as a reminder for you guys to look back at, you know, how far you've come, the challenges that you've faced, the situations that you found yourself in. Maybe you haven't made as much progress as you wanted to. Maybe you haven't, you know, achieved goals in every area of your life, but maybe you've improved a couple different areas of your life. Maybe you've improved your fitness and your relationship, and now it's time to tackle finances. Maybe you've taken care of, you know, your finances and your fitness levels, but your relationships have taken a hit. And you know, you could look back on your successes and your finances and your whatever other areas in your life that you're doing well, and you could think, hey, I made improvements here, and maybe I can make improvements here. Maybe I can make improvements in another area of my life the same way I did before. And you can see how that trickles into every other area of your life. So look back at your past, and yes, of course, acknowledge your mistakes, acknowledge where you've fucked up, acknowledge all of the things that have gone wrong, whether they were inside or outside of your control. But then, after you've taken inventory on that, take a look at what you overcome. Take a look at, you know, your lowest of your lows, your depression, your anxiety, you being overweight, you being not committed to doing anything good for anybody else around you, you not having anybody around you that could even think or say a positive thing about you. You know, you think about all the shit that was stacked against you, all the odds that were stacked against you throughout your life. You look back at your past and you think, that past version of myself, there's something in there. There's something in there to be able to look at all of those issues and say, fuck it, I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to try and improve this situation anyway. And if you've ever had that in you in the past, I know for damn sure that you have it in you right now. So look at your past. Be proud of how far you've come. Be proud of yourself for even starting the journey that you're on right now. Because most people, they look at all of their issues in their life. They think, these are the cards that I was dealt. If they even accept any responsibility for any of their actions as of right now. And they think, fuck it, I'm just going to be grateful for what I have. I'm just going to accept everything that's given to me. And I'll hope for the best. But you decided you're going to make an improvement. Whether you've completed that goal or not, be proud of yourself for even deciding that. And if you haven't decided it yet, fucking decide it today. And that's all I got for you guys today on this beautiful Monday. Just a little reminder to be a little bit more mindful of these things and to take note of the things that you've done in the past that have made you proud. And so on that note, I will check in with you guys on Thursday. I appreciate all of you. I'm excited to hear what you guys think about this episode. Make sure, like I said, go on podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you listen to this on. Rate it 5 stars. Leave a little review for your boy. It helps me out, boosts me in the algorithm. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, like, comment, and subscribe. Do whatever you need to do. Help get this message out there. Share it with someone. or just do your very best. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, leave a little review, rate it 5 stars, whatever you can do to help the show out. I do appreciate it, and we need to get messages like this out there to help other people. So that's all I got. Much love. Peace out. Check you on Thursday. Bye.